Hello everyone, this is CJNovo992 and today we are back with another brand new video. Today's video, I have barely caught my breath, ladies and gentlemen. That was quite possibly the best game of football I've watched in a very long time. Now before we even dive in and speak about the football, just a friendly reminder though between me and thee, in case you are new around here or even if you're a regular viewer of the channel that hasn't hit the subscribe button yet, please consider doing so and help us, the nation, on our way towards 55 frickin' K. But as you may or may not know by the old facial expressions and the tone, I want to talk about that 4-2 win, ladies and gentlemen, because it was scrum-delicious. But I need to restrain myself and not just dive in and talk about the game itself. There is something else I need to talk about very, very briefly, and that's going to be the way that FC Midtjylland treated the Rangers travelling fans. Sheer class. Now you may have already saw some of the staff wearing Rangers tops to welcome the travelling sport into the stadium, or even the bagpiper, it was there to welcome the travelling sport into their seats. It really just took me back and I just went, that is a classy outfit and that is how you treat away support. But it's business time and we need to dive into the football, and I didn't even really know where to start with this one because it was just a blockbuster game. Two teams playing football the right way and just going at it. I need to give the referee a lot of credit and a lot of respect as well. Now, if you followed this channel for a long time, me and Scottish referees don't really get on. I think the majority of them is absolutely garbage. But that referee in that game of football allowed the game of football just to flow. Challenges left, right, but made it a physical game. Now, it wasn't like 2-footers and dangerous challenges that he was letting people away with, but just normal challenges, and it was just a refreshing moment just to be able to sit and watch a game of football without a whistle every 30 seconds. Now, if you caught my prediction video yesterday, we gave a wee bit internal, a wee bit an in-depth look into their team, what they're good at, what they like to do. And I think after the first 45 minutes, we got to saw everything that this team was about. And as much as we just talked about how class they were off the field, on the park, they are just as class. That is a very, very good footballing team. And there was a lot of questions how good this Rangers team is. Are they good or are they just scraping wins because they didn't look this creative here or here, pointing question marks and little threads here and there, trying to pull strings together. But Rangers stepped up to a different animal in terms of opposition and got the best of them. Answering that question, has Rangers improved? Once again, yes. So let's dive into the first goal then, shall we? Because this is just sheer class and I just want to talk about it. I want to know your opinions on that Tavernier cross. That is scrum-delicious and that's worth falling into a chocolate river for. That was beautiful, man. Now, in case you missed the game and you don't know what I'm talking about and you haven't seen the highlight yet, the ball gets played out to the right-hand side from Ryan Jack to Tavernier. It takes one touch to kill the ball dead and the cross he whipped in, the best way to describe it is Beckham-esque. And that's taken nothing away from Alfredo Morelos. That man certainly played his part in the goal because, let's be fair, he's not the tallest guy in the world and he's up against two very physical centre-halves. But he got above the Celtic one that's been given all that before the game, rose like a salmon, got his 55 pence heat to it and smashed it into the back of the net. 1-0. To the famous. And just before we scored the second goal of the game, it looked like they were about to score after Glenn Kamara just switches off. He gets caught in the ball, allows them pretty much to go through on goal. He's just about to hit it. He's got a clear shot on Alan McGregor, but Ryan Jack absolutely explodes out of nowhere. Brilliant challenge / interception, gets us the ball back, and from there we counter with Jordan Jones, and that man has his coming of age moment. He just takes with the ball and sprints. No fear, no looking back, no even thinking of just doing the safe route. He was willing to go the entire way by himself. Very similar to what he'd done in the first half with a fantastic individual run. He'd done it once again, but this time the right pass and it goes to Joe Aribo, who you've got to give a lot of credit to too because he absolutely burst along coming down the left hand side, and once again he takes a beautiful touch and Joe Aribo hits it low and hard. It's the hardest save a goalkeeper's got to make, but thankfully the goalie can't get there and it's a moment of quality once again from the Glasgow Rangers. All starting for the Ryan Jack interception where it looked like he was about to score. We flip it, we counter, pace, attacking flair, and again the moment of quality when we needed it, and that was a clinical goal from Joe Aribo. I freaking love that goal. And you saw even by Steven Gerrard's reaction, he's gone mental because we all think, right, that's it, that's the game. Well, nah. this is where the game just gets turned up a notch and it just gets crazy, because 2 minutes after we make it 2-0, we have a set piece. Jordan Jones, who I believe it is, whips in a beautiful corner into a dangerous area. It bounces. Alfredo Morelos reacts first with a beautifully timed pass into Nikola Katic, who half volleys it so hard it's in the back of the net before the goalkeeper even moves. That is a 30 goal a season striker finish from the big centre half. And it took me so long to tweet about that goal because I jumped up from the couch and I didn't care where my phone went. It just went up there, ladies and gentlemen, like Katic when he goes for his headers. I couldn't find it for 5 minutes. I was in dreamland. By the time I did find my phone, it was 3-1. Okay, and the 2 minutes between 3-0 up to Rangers away from home in European football to 3-1 is everything it is to be a Rangers fan. Dreamland, so much excitement, then just your bows start to jangle because you know we never, ever, ever do anything the easy way. Now, for the first time in the entire game, we switch off defensively. We're not tracking our men properly. They get it wide, they cross it in. It's a bit of a comedy goal because it hits off the player. He has time to do like a spinny Rooney. Then he smashes it in. And you're just thinking to yourself, yep, of course it is. That's what's going to happen. And then 5 minutes later, you know what was going to happen. They make it 3-2. Then your bows aren't even jangling anymore. They're about to fall off. You're that nervous. But once again, we dug in deep as a team, and I think that's where you can see the improvement, where everything looks like it's going to revert back to most results from last season. Disappointment, slip-ups, collapses, everything that we've done last year. Once again, when the chips are down, Rangers respond with a true moment of quality. Tavernier involved with it. He passes it Alfredo Morelos. Morelos, wonderful work, showing his appetite for the game. Beats his man. Fantastic low-driven cross into the box. Arfield too was genuinely dragging a horse and cart. That is how slow that man was moving at this point of the game. But he's in the right place, showing his quality. His first touch is immaculate. And his second touch is just to pass it simply into the back of the net. And you look at the goal and you think, what's the goalkeeper doing? But you look at it, it's just on one swift movement. It doesn't give the keeper enough time to set his feet. That is why you keep Scotty Arfield on when the man can barely run. Now, if you'd have told me right then and there that had been the last goal in the game, I'd have laughed at you because, again, everything was happening. You saw it. We saw it together. It was just manic. But it was. Don't know why I built that up so much as if something was going to happen here, but that's how the game finished. It ended 4-2. There was a couple of half chances for Midtjylland, like one free kick that was hit just a rocket straight at Alan McGregor, but again it was a comfortable save from Alan McGregor, but nothing too serious by there. I really liked when Greg Docherty came on that he just had a bit of a mature, calm head. Clearly the experience out on loan and working with Stephen Davis and everything every single week's paying off, because every time he touched the ball he just slowed the play down. He wasn't doing his rash I'm trying to do everything Greg Docherty of a couple seasons ago. Calm, mature play at the 4-2, so I just wanted to give him a little mention there as well. Now we've reached the point in the video where we turn our attention to some individual players. Now I'm not going to be able to cover everyone because I could genuinely speak about everyone. It was that much of a team performance, but I do want to speak about a couple of people. The first person I'm going to speak about is going to be the left back, John Flanagan. Now that was the guy's first start of the season, 3 weeks after a surgery, ladies and gentlemen, and he puts that level of performance in. Is there any question, is there any doubt that that is our number one left back at the club? Because that's his iffy rusty performance. Can you imagine what he's going to do when he's fully at it? The next player I want to speak about very briefly is going to be someone I mentioned in yesterday's prediction video as needing to be the key man, and boy was he. I mean, these were the set piece kings, or the kings of set pieces. Well, the Croatian prince showed them who was in charge. Brilliant for the big man. But I also want to give Goulton a shout out as well, because I know Katic is a fan favourite, we all love him, I understand that, but once again Connor Goulton, just like Katic, was there battling, so shout out to the big man as well. The next player I'm going to speak about is Ryan Jack, and again I'm going to keep this brief because you all know I absolutely love the guy, but I mention him on merit, not just because I like him as a player. He was absolutely outstanding. I think it was Tom Miller that said on Rangers TV that he was the focal point for our entire team, where it was coming back defensively or going forward. It all started through Ryan frickin' Jack. You Google box-to-box performance, that 90 minutes for Ryan Jack comes up. Now if you're thinking to yourself, I say this guy's name every single time he plays, well yeah, I actually do. Joe Rebo, once again. Now the next player just gives me a massive smile on my face because I'm so happy that I get to do this. Jordan Jones needs to be singled out. He was Rangers' TV official man of the match, and boy did the guy deserve it, because you saw the player he was up against. That right back is a very good player, and they had that wee bit of back and forth constantly, like he put in a good challenge, Jones skint him, then good challenge, skint, good challenge, skint. It was a fantastic battle, but one he didn't shy away from. He just kept getting better and better as the game came on, and every time he had the ball, he looked a threat. I know a lot of people are disappointed with not announcing things earlier on today, but if Jordan Jones can just capture that performance and do that consistently now that he's been given a chance, we won't worry about who we never announced. We will just be delighted about who we did, and that is Jordan Jones. And last but not least, it's the madman who's controlled his temper. Alfredo Morelos, mate, absolute perfection, man. I don't know what more I can say. The man got a goal and 2 assists, and he controlled that entire back line almost by himself. They were terrified of this guy's movement, and I just love, I know I've touched on it, his temperament. Yes, he did get a booking later on in the game, but it was more for the challenge. But there were so many times they gave him kicks, nudges and everything, but he's not reacting anymore. And that's the level of performance you're getting with Alfredo. When he can stay on the field, that is what he can do. But I just want to speak about how he's improved very, very briefly, because I think the fact that he's now getting his head up and looking for passes left and right and being able to bring others into play is a very, very underrated stat from Alfredo Morelos, because when he first came, very greedy, very selfish. You all can agree with me there. Loved the goal, loved a moan when he didn't get the ball, but now he's transforming himself and just becoming a better and better player, and that is a scary thing to think about, because we know how many goals he scored last year. This year he's better, and so far he's staying on the park. And with all that being said, I'm going to just end my fan recap there. That is my opinion on the game. Sorry if I missed anything. I'm just genuinely delighted with that performance from the Glasgow Rangers. 4 away goals and stepping up to the challenge against that level of opposition. Now it's time for you guys to dive into the comments section below. The reins are handed over to you. Get your opinions out there. While you guys do, I will jump over to Twitter and read from the people. Wow, there's been 2,242 votes. There's still 12 minutes remaining. Honestly, thank you so much. That is incredible support. 5% votes for other, 10% votes for Ryan Jack, 41% of the people votes for Jordan Jones, but with 45% of the voting, Morelos is the people's man of the match. The first one comes in from Mrs. 992, was up in Stornoway watching Rangers while she's at work. She writes in, Jones was like Kent's who? Ross Watson writes in, Jack's tackling and passing was immense. Tav was immense. Just immense. I'd say Jack, shout out to Jones, though he was also, you've guessed it, he's wrote immense. Andrew Graham writes in, a great team performance though. Jones was fearless on the ball. Very proud of the team tonight. Blue Sea of Ibrox, and he writes in, what a game, CJ, my man? What a game indeed, son. The whole team are right at it. Effing love it. Yes! Bud, can't wait till the upload from you tonight to finish off a cracking night. Thank you so much for writing that in, mate. Cody Ferguson writes out, Jones standing out, to be honest. Kenny Smith writes in, Katic played well. Really happy to see him playing so well. And the last one we'll read out, it comes from Snagsy. And the man writes in, Jack was incredible. His movement from front to back was so intelligent. He played box to box when his role was CDM. Passing was flawless and ball recycling was second to none. Well deserved. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard from the people. You've heard from myself. If you haven't done so already, what are you waiting for? Dive into that comment section and get yours out there. Shout out to the absolute legends on the Patreon's account. There will be a show tomorrow with me, Baz and Paul. It sees uploaded only to the Patreon account as a thank you for all the support. And as always, I've been CJ Over 92. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.